Hello, friends. Welcome to today's vlog or video. My name is Mina Wodi. Guys, this is real life. Some days the kitchen looks like this, and honestly, living in the UK can be overwhelming. But for me, cooking and cleaning are more than just chores. They help me stay sane, keep my mind clear, and create a peaceful home. And yes, I have children old enough to do this. But I guess I just love the feeling of a job well done. And also when I do it myself, I know it's done exactly how I like it. There's something about doing these chores myself when I have the time. It feels right for me, and it is also my way of unwinding, staying in control, and honestly, I enjoy the process most days, not every time though. I know that cooking and cleaning isn't everyone's favorite thing, but there's something so satisfying about transforming a messy space into a clean, fresh one. It's like decluttering my mind as I go. Plus, nothing beats the feeling of walking into a clean kitchen. It's little habits like these that make a big difference. And trust me, with a fast-paced life here in the UK, a tidy space helps me feel more in control, almost like clearing my mind while I clean my home or my kitchen. Some people find this tiring, but for me, it's therapeutic. Today was a special day. I visited a new church as a guest, and it was such a refreshing experience. The worship, the message, it was exactly what I needed. But after such a lovely time, I came home to reality. UK is such a place where you have to be intentional about living, about life, about being in charge and being in control. It's unlike when you are back home in Africa, because I'm African, where you have all of these things sorted for you, and all you need to do is to just come home into a clean space. But it is different, and because of the peculiarities of life living in the UK, you know, the weather in UK can be so gloomy and dull, and it can drive one into depression. So when I get back home from work, or like on this day from a church that I went to, I have to make up my mind and do things that will take me off that feeling of loneliness. And so when I get into the routine of clearing up any mess that I find in the kitchen, the children take turns to do their chores in the house. And so what I do, if you're the one in the kitchen for that week, you get to do your chores in the kitchen. But I also help out because I understand, because I'm not at home in the mornings when they are getting ready for school, because by the time they wake up to get themselves ready for school, I will already be at my desk in my place of work. So whatever they have, breakfast, whatever it is that they have, there's the tendency or the habit to dump them in the sink. When they get back from school, they will sort it out. And because I come back from work before they get back to school, I always try to sort it out, tidy up and clean up, because I don't want to, you know what they say, that idle mind is the devil's workshop. I do not want to be idle. I do not want to binge on watching TVs. There are things that I do as well. I can read my Bible. I can research on a video idea. But the most fulfilling one for me is when I get active with my hands. I go into the kitchen, I clean up, I tidy up, and then I cook. I will always clean up before I cook, because if the place is not clean and is in chaos, I cannot articulate my thoughts and myself to do whatever cooking I intend to do for the day. I would like to welcome everyone of you that have tuned into my channel and tuned in to watch this video. If this is your first time of coming to this channel, my name is Mina Wodi and you're welcome. Please do hit the subscribe button and join my family on YouTube. And to my returning subscribers, you guys are simply the best. I appreciate you all and I thank you so very much for the massive support that you guys have been giving to me. And please don't forget to like this video, share this video, and comment below. Let's meet each other in the comment section below. I'm almost done with washing all the dirty utensils and the plates and the pans. So now I want to clean my hob before I actually start cooking. Yeah, I know that for most people what they do is they clean after they have finished cooking. I like to clean first. I like to cook on a clean hob before I actually start cooking. And once cooking is done, I clean again. And you would be asking, but why, if you clean after cooking, why do you have to clean before cooking? Because once I'm done cooking and I clean up, I'm not the only one that lives in the house. Like I said to you earlier, the children can decide to fix breakfast for themselves and they won't have that time to want to clean the hob before they go to school. So when I come back, I would know and notice immediately that the hob has been used, and then I will just give a quick clean before I start my cooking. So today I want to make banga soup. I want to make banga soup, or atama, abagatama, like they call it. The FX call it abagatama. So I have these dried atama leaves that was given to me by, I don't know if it was given to me or I bought it, I paid for it, I'm not very sure. And I have blended crayfish. I'm just portioning the atama leaves and the crayfish out so that it will be easy for me to cook with. And then this is the star of the cooking, the palm kernel extract. The palm kernel extract. I am going to empty the content, the extract from the tin, into this mixing bowl, and I will add hot boiling water into it to melt the extract. I do this so that it will be, if there is any sandy particles in the extract whilst it was being produced, those sandy particles will sink to the bottom of the bowl. And when I'm pouring the banga extract from this bowl into my pot or pan, I would see the sandy particles at the bottom, and I will not have to pour it all into my pot. Next on the agenda, the next thing I was gonna do was to clean this smoked fish. The smoked fish was very, very delicious. You could eat it just the way it is without even putting it in the soup, but what's a traditional Nigerian soup without smoked fish inside of it. I had pre-boiled meat or parboiled meat and stockfish in my fridge, so I just bring it all out and take the quantity I want, and I'll take the rest back into the fridge. Guys, don't forget that I'm still cleaning and tidying up whilst I'm cooking at the same time. But yeah, this is just how I keep myself sane in the UK, how I make sure I don't get overwhelmed, how I make sure I don't get into depression, how I make sure I don't get into loneliness, and how I make sure that my mental health is not affected. I just get busy and carry on. So guys, if you live in the UK or you live abroad, do you mind sharing your experience in the comment section, how you are able to combat loneliness, depression, and whatever? Tell me in the comment section, what do you do? What are the habits you have that helps you stay afloat, that helps you stay sane? Because I've shared two of mine with you, cleaning and cooking, and I do this almost on a daily basis, so that I can feel good and better and safe with myself. Guys, it is no doubt that I love to cook, and one of the ways, and in much more than one way, that cooking helps me to relax and cooking becomes therapeutic for me is the sounds, the smells of everything that I am putting together in the pot. It just reminds me of home and helps me to, calm down and slow down. It takes me back to my childhood days. It brings memories of family and friends. Then we are gathered together and we want to eat. Because guys, let's be real, eating out all the time in the UK is very expensive. Home cooked meals save money and they always taste better. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with that school of thought or not. So friends, living in the UK can be stressful, but I've found peace and balance through simple everyday activities like cooking, cleaning, and keeping my home in order. In this video, I showed you how these small routines help me stay sane and grounded. From preparing a comfort meal to tidying up my space, these tasks are more than just chores. They are my therapy. Do you find cooking and cleaning therapeutic too? Let's chat in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more lifestyle and home content. I'll see you guys in my next video.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like